What if the god of destruction, Beerus, was absorbed by the perfect bio-android cell? The clash of godly divinity and artificial perfection would shake not just Universe 7, but the entire multiverse. Today, we re-diving into one of the wildest Dragon Ball what-if scenarios ever imagined. And trust me, the consequences are bigger than you think. How could this even happen? First, let's set the stage. Beerus is one of the strongest beings in existence. His power dwarfs most mortals, Saiyans included. Normally, there's no chance Cell could even touch him. So how could Cell possibly absorb Beerus? Let's imagine this. Beerus is in one of his long naps. Whis, as always, is watching. But Whis has his limits. He can't interfere unless rules are broken. Now, in some twisted turn of fate, Cell survives long past the Cell games and continues evolving in the shadows. Using his Saiyan DNA, he pushes himself beyond perfection. He learns to sense divine ki. He learns to hide his own. And eventually, he finds a way to infiltrate Beerus' realm. Maybe it's arrogance. Maybe Beerus wakes from a nap, annoyed and careless, brushing Cell off as a mere insect. That's the perfect opening. Cell strikes. His tail pierces, and for the first time in history, a mortal bio-android dares to absorb a god. The transformation, birth of God Cell absorbing. Beerus isn't like absorbing Android 17 or 18. This is something else. Beerus isn't just a fighter. He's a concept, a balance of the universe itself. When Cell's tail closes around Beerus, the world shakes. Lightning rips across space. Hakai energy surges like a storm. And then it happens, Cell mutates. His body elongates, purple and gold cracks sear across his bio-armor. His eyes shift into a mix of Beerus' feline slits and his own cold, calculating glare. His aura? A terrifying fusion of green bioenergy and Beerus' violet god of destruction flames. When the dust clears, he is no longer just perfect Cell. He is something entirely new. God Cell. A being with Beerus' destructive power fused into his adaptive body. The first test of power, the first thing God Cell does is test his new strength. With a single flick of his claw, he tries out Hakai and instantly erases an entire planet from existence. No energy blast, no explosion, just gone. And unlike Beerus, who wields Hakai with some restraint, Cell uses it recklessly. He doesn't just destroy to maintain balance, he destroys because he can. Imagine Cell smirking, realizing he now has the ability to erase anything, anytime, with no limits. The multiverse senses it immediately. Other gods of destruction feel the void left by Beerus, replaced by something wrong. Whis is horrified but bound by angelic law. And the Supreme Kai panics, realizing his own life is tethered to this new monstrosity. Meanwhile, back on Earth, Goku senses it too. He freezes mid-training. Vegeta drops into silence. The ki they feel isn't just strong, it's godly, overwhelming, and yet disturbingly familiar. Is that Cell? Goku mutters. Vegeta clenches his fists. Impossible. That insect should be long gone. But there's no denying it. Cell is back stronger than ever, and now wielding the power of a god of destruction. The Saiyans know they can't take this lightly. Goku sharpens his Ultra Instinct. Vegeta pushes deeper into Ultra Ego. Gohan, Piccolo, and even Frieza all recognize that if Cell isn't stopped, everything ends. Multiverse in chaos. The news spreads beyond Universe 7. Gods of destruction gather, confused and enraged. How could a mortal bio-android succeed where even gods fear to tread? Some demand immediate erasure by Zeno. Others want to confront Cell directly. Zeno, childlike but absolute, tilts his head and simply says, "Show me." And just like that, the multiverse braces for chaos. God Cell doesn't hide. He welcomes the attention. In fact, he travels to another universe just to announce his arrival. Facing a gathering of warriors, he casually erases half a planet, then smiles. This power is intoxicating. The battle begins. Of course, Goku and Vegeta won't sit back. They confront God Cell head-on. The fight begins, and at first, Goku's Ultra Instinct allows him to dodge Cell's strikes. Vegeta's Ultra Ego tanks his blows, each hit making him stronger. Together, they push Cell harder than he expected. But here's the problem. Cell isn't just using Beerus' power. He still has Saiyan DNA, Namekian regeneration, and Frieza's ruthless potential. Every second of battle, he learns. Every technique Goku uses, Cell studies. Every strike Vegeta throws, Cell adapts. And then he unveils his trump card, Hakai fused with Kamehameha. A destructive wave so absolute it bends reality. Goku and Vegeta barely escape, but whole galaxies are torn apart. At this point, Whis steps in not to fight, but to guide. He whispers to Goku and Vegeta, Beerus is not gone. A piece of him lives inside Cell. If you can awaken that fragment, you might have a chance. This changes everything. Their strategy isn't just to overpower Cell, it has to reach the slumbering god within. Goku taps into his empathy, trying to speak mid-battle. Beerus, I know you're in there. Don't let him control you. Cell laughs it off, but for the briefest moment, his expression flickers. Beerus's pride, Beerus's will, still exists deep within the fusion. That hesitation is all the Saiyans need. Possible endings from here, there are 3 possible outcomes. Ending a Saiyan victory, Goku and Vegeta fuse into Gogeta, combining Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego in one ultimate form. In their fusion, they don't just fight Cell, they dive into his essence, pulling Beerus's consciousness forward. Together, they tear the godly essence from Cell's body, leaving him weakened. Beerus is reborn, furious and embarrassed, but balance is restored. Ending B. The reset Xeno grows bored of the chaos. He lifts his hand, smiles, and with one word, erase. God, Cell, and even Universe 7 vanish. The multiverse continues, but the lesson remains, never let mortals meddle with godhood. Ending C. The dark timeline, the heroes fail. Cell fully embraces his godhood, erasing all opposition. He becomes the first true immortal god of destruction, unbound by any rules. Even Xeno hesitates, uncertain if erasing Cell will work. The multiverse enters an age of fear under God Cell's rule. So, what if Cell absorbed Beerus? It is not just about power levels, it is about the very balance of the Dragon Ball multiverse. A perfect being with the authority of destruction is the ultimate nightmare. Not just for mortals, but for gods themselves. Would the Saiyans be able to stop him? Would Beerus fight back from within? Or would Xeno erase everything in frustration? One thing is certain, if Cell ever tasted divine power, Dragon Ball would never be the same.